Okay, today we're going to be working with graphing systems of equations and finding solutions. So I thought I'd make a better video maybe to help you out. So I'm going to walk you through some of the problems that are on the worksheet, and then you can finish the worksheet and also complete the Desmos activity that was in classroom. First of all, we'll start by being able to name ordered pairs for points, because that's how you're going to state your solutions. So when we look at this, remember that you state an ordered pair with the ordered pair x's first and then y. So if we're stating the ordered pair for point A, the x would be 0 and the y is 3, so you would write your ordered pair as 0, 3. If we do point D, I'm going to kind of skip around here. Point D is located here, so on the x it's at -2, and so we'd put -2 in for x, and on the y it's at -4, so the ordered pair is -2, -4. If we do one more, point G is located here, and on the x you can see it is 3, and it doesn't move up or down, so the y it is at 0. So you can finish these and state the ordered pairs. This part is to go over the equation y equals mx plus b, and remember m is the slope, b is the y-intercept. When we graph, you begin at this point, B, and you move according to the slope with rise and run. So if we look at this, the beginning number, or the y-intercept B, is this one here, which would be 5. And the slope is located in front of the x, which is 2, but for today, we're going to put it over 1, because any whole number is going to be put over 1. So if we look at number 15 here, B, the beginning point will be at -8, and the slope is -4, but we're going to write it -4 over 1. If we continue on to the next page where we do some graphing, and you're going to want to make sure you use your straight edge here, you can see that we're going to work with some graphs, and they're going to have you fill in this information. So in front of the x is going to be your slope, and here is a 5, and we will want to use fractions for this for the movement of the graphing, so we will place 5 over 1. This is your b, and in this spot we put the minus or negative, and this will be our number 4. So when we graph this, this is our beginning point because it is the b, and you plot it on the y-axis. The y-axis is this line that goes up and down, and if it's -4, we're going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and plot a point. The slope is your movement, so you're going to see what your slope is, and this is 5, or 5 over 1, and it says to do rise over run. And rising is 5, that's a positive, so you're going to go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 1 in the denominator is positive, so that means to the right. When you graph, you need to always make sure you put 3 points. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right 1. I'll do it again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then right 1. Grab any kind of straight edge that you have. Hopefully you guys still have your popsicle sticks that you can use. If you don't have those, maybe you have a ruler at home, or you can take a piece of paper and fold it a few times, and you're going to draw a nice neat straight line through there, and you're going to place your arrows. Now, I want to look at number 20, and the reason I want to look at number 20 is because we have a negative for the slope, so we will put a -3, and we will place that over 1, and notice there is nothing here behind the x, so this is a plus 0. So our spot where we're going to begin is at 0, so that's right here at the origin, at the 0, 0 point. Now, if our slope is negative, we have -3 over +1. -3 means we must go down 3. 1, 2, 3. And the 1 is positive here, so we are still going to the right. Then I will do that again. 1, 2, 3, and to the right. You'll grab your popsicle stick. Now, there's not many points here, so sometimes I say do the opposite so we can put some points here. Since I went down 3 and right 1, I can reverse it, and I could go up 1, 2, 3, and left 1, just to give us some more points in the other direction. Up 3, 1, 2, 3, and right 1. So you can see it gives me a few more points to actually make a nice, neat, straight line that I can go through all of the points. Okay, the last ones we're going to look is what we're actually doing today is we're going to be graphing two equations, and we're looking for solutions. When we have solutions, we're looking for where the lines cross. So I'm going to use some different colors here. I'm going to graph this one in red pen, and I would suggest the first thing you do is state the slope. So for this one, I'm going to write m equals, and if I do this, the slope on this one is -3/1, because you have the slope here is -3, so I'm going to put m equals -3/1, and the b is 6. And so I'm going to graph this, and I begin at 6, so we're going to go up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I begin at 6. And my slope is -3/1, so you're going to go down 3 and write 1. Down 3 and write 1. And you can do that as many times as you want, but you want to make sure you at least have 3 dots. And again, use your straight edge, and it's very important that we make nice, neat, straight lines for the graphs here, because we are looking for the spots that these two lines are going to intersect. We're looking for that point. So if I work with the next one, m on this one is 3/2, because the slope is right here, 3/2, and b is -3, because it's located right here. So the first thing I'll do is graph my b, which is my beginning point on your y-axis, and you will begin at -3. You will then follow the slope. This is rise over run. It's positive, so it's up 3, and it's +2, so it's right 2. Up 3 and right 2. And you're going to see we already have a point with that they have in common. But I still need 3 points to make the line. So I'm going to go up 3 from this point, 1, 2, 3, and right 2. Use your straight edge to make a nice, neat, straight line. And you always want to make sure you're putting arrows at the end. Okay. And then you can see that the two lines are intersecting at this point right here. So that would be my solution, and we write that as an ordered pair, and we practice those at the beginning. You count and find your x, and on the x-axis it is 2, and on the y-axis it did not move, so this would be 0. So my solution is 2, 0. Now you will have a few more. This one, the next one, some students were getting confused. In front of the x is a 1. So your slope on this one is actually 1/1. So if you get confused on that one. And your b is actually 0 because there's nothing behind it. Okay? You will have a problem that when you graph, you get what we call parallel lines. And if solutions today are supposed to be where lines intersect, there isn't going to be a solution to this problem because the lines will not cross, because parallel lines will never intersect. So we call this a no solution. There's also problems that when you graph, you end up having the exact same equation, and when you graph, you have what we call the same line, and you would graph the exact same line in the same spot, so the solution to that one would be infinity. And you might see that on one of your problems that you do today, that you're going to discover that the equations are exactly the same. So when you graph, it's just one line, and you would put infinity. So hopefully that helped, so you guys can complete your worksheets and also continue to do your Desmos. I'll try to look through those and make some comments if we need to make some corrections, because you'll graph them the same way on the computer in that Desmos activity that we did on this worksheet.